Today what I wanted to show you is how to finish off seam lines. So what I've got here is some acetone in a pot, and I've got a mixture of metal powders in here with resin and hardener. So what I'm going to do is dip the brush in so I've got a good covering on the brush. Don't scrape it all off. And this seam work here is raw now. This bit is nicely coloured. So this is resin, polyester resin, and what I'm doing is just doing the seam. So with a fairly wet mixture, not too much acetone in it actually, I am painting on, and it's not painting as though you're painting at home, painting a door or something. You're scrubbing it into the surface. And you want it, it's a lovely mixture actually. The metal powder sticks to the surface. When you've got that on like that, you dip the brush again in acetone and flick it so that you're getting rid of most of the acetone. So you've just got a damp brush. And then I'm blending in the colour on the surface so that we get it nice. We don't want paintbrush marks. Don't clear the brush, it becomes clogged, and then it won't. This process doesn't work so well. So you want the brush to feel nice and free all the time. Let's see, there's a little bit just here on the tail, so we're just getting that in. I've put quite a lot on here, so I want to use my brush now to really scrub it into the surface. Like that. You get this lovely colour. This is a bit I did just prior to the filming. So I've got a nice covering on there of resin impregnated powder. So I've used a mixture here of brass and bronze. I find that a nice mixture because we get quite a brightness through from it. I find resin bronze really, really dead and lifeless when it's used raw, so I incorporate either with copper or brass powder in order to be able to get a nice colour, and I'm deliberately thinking about the effects that I'm going to get. I've also polished the bronze, so you can see this area here has been polished. I'll show you how to do that in another video. So I'm just checking to see where I've missed. I have missed here, so I want to get this tail to have this lovely feeling of flowing in water is what I want. Later on with the colour work that I'm going to do on top of this, any little tiny errors in this will completely and utterly disappear. But I think at each stage as you're working, make sure that there is few errors as possible. My brush is getting clogged now, so back into the acetone and then just blending it in. I'm more blending it in where my mix, wet mix, meets the dry. So I want that lovely changeover. So as you run your finger over it, and this is still wet, you can't really feel where the wet finishes and the dry begins. So this fish has got a fairly smooth finish to it, and I've done this deliberately because you get better colour from it when it is smooth. So I'll be able to do better colour effects on this later on. But what I want to do in these first videos is to show you how we work with smooth finishes like this, and also with much more loose application of clay with the bison here. And there's a slightly different process with that as we do the seam work. So the idea behind it, of course, is to make the seams disappear completely.